Hey folks, my name is Enriquez and you are watching Uncensored.
This is Rene Enriquez. Nickname Blackhand of the Mexican Mafia. Prison gang politics.
Welcome back to another episode. We are featuring Lady Boss today. This is an overview of Operation Roman Empire, the United States versus Roman et al. In this case involves Vianna Roman. Remember in the last episode that I ran on Danny Roman, I mentioned that I do a piece on it. So we're going to give you an overview and include a call and give you some graphics to look at. But I want to break down the case for you. This is really about Vianna. Vianna ran a huge empire, a massive empire. And it was at the behest of her father, right? Her father, Danny Roman, Popeye from Harpies, Mexican Mafia member, who was unfortunately eliminated in prison a few years back. So specifically, the case number is 2 ellipses 12-CR-01135. It's a major federal racketeering and influence corrupt organizations case. That's the RICO Act involving the leadership of the Harpy Street Gang in South Los Angeles, which was controlled by the Mexican Mafia, to wit, Danny Roman. So the case summary is the key defendant is Vianna Roman, the daughter of Mexican Mafia member Danny Roman. She acted as a messenger and day-to-day leader of the Harpies gang while her father was serving life without parole at Pelican Bay State Prison. It's a 29-defendant indictment alleging racketeering, drug trafficking, and violent crimes in aid of racketeering. And the indictment alleged that Vianna and her husband, Aaron Soto, directed gang activities under Danny Roman's orders. These included taxing local businesses and other gangs, with the proceeds funneled back to Danny Roman in prison. There are a variety of different legal issues, and the outcome was eventually Vianna pled guilty to racketeering and drug charges in 2015, and she was sentenced to 15 years in federal prison. The case was officially terminated on March 2015. So the key takeaway is that the case highlighted the ability of the Mexican Mafia members to control street-level criminal enterprises from a high-security prison, utilizing family members and intermediaries to enforce orders through violence and extortion. So, I mean, we get all that, right? That Mexican Mafia members often use trusted individuals during visits, written communication, and phone calls to relay their orders and control territories, right? Turf control. This had to do with South Los Angeles. This had to do with Popeye, and this had to do with his daughter. But I'd like to say from the start that without Vianna, this wouldn't have been the empire that it was. She had extreme managerial skills. She was good at what she did. She was adept at it, but she also caused controversy. There was quite a bit of controversy from Mexican Mafia members who did not appreciate the concept that a woman was controlling such a big territory and doing so efficiently and fearlessly. She was a good leader. She ran into a few issues along the way with other carnales. In fact, in one issue, she called a meeting between Jimmy Rube Soto, a dreamer from MS-13, and Cholo Mora. But she had the ability to call meetings with Mexican Mafia members, and they attended at an IHOP restaurant where she defined her territory. And she often says, I represent my father. This is his territory. If you disrespect me, you're disrespecting him. And that was a continuous issue with Danny Roman. Many of the communications that I evaluated, they were putting out fires over turf encroachment, disrespect towards the daughter, quite a few issues. In fact, there was one in particular call that I remember over a hazard meeting in which Vianna thought that they were trying to set her up, and a subsequent call to a crew member in which she's pretty much tearing him a new one, right? And she did it like I said, like a boss. She was a lady boss. You cannot take that away from her. She ran the crew like a man would run the crew. And And I'd like to say, like I said in the other one, this is a reflection of what she was and what she participated in. Again, it's not a reflection of who she is today. She's involved in legitimate enterprise. She served her time, I think, 13 years of the 15-year sentence. Uh, she's been released. She's living her life. She's living a law-abiding life, and my hat goes off to her. She has numerous social media pages, including Instagram, TikTok, OnlyFans. There's quite a bit she's doing, and 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 I don't want people to walk away with the impression, well, this woman is evil. Although this falls into the wicked women category as well, because this is once, what she did, who she was. This is what defined her, right? But the case it was adjudicated completely. Everybody's been sentenced. Everybody's done their time. Some people may still be doing time. I'm not sure of that. Um, but it is a testament to Danny Roman as well and his ability to control an organization from 1,000 miles away from his base of power, right? Danny Roman's in Pelican Bay Shoe under the most restrictive housing that was designed at the time in the state of California. And this is the simplistic stuff because it's so much more complex than this. I mean, there are thousands of calls, thousands of videos, there's surveillance photos, there's bugs and wires. Uh, and I'm trying to keep this really discreet for the sake of Vianna because she wants to live her life. I get that. She's going to live her life, and I don't want to interfere with that. And that's not what this is about. But I did want to cover Operation Roman Empire. Uh, and I want you to listen to this call now. This is one instance where an incarcerated Mexican Mafia member in MDC, the Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown Los Angeles, calls Danny Roman in prison. This is Leonardo Laredo, wizard from Florencia 13, calling Danny Roman, Popeye from Harpies, two Mexican Mafia members. And Leonardo Laredo knows the importance of treating family members with respect. There's an instance here where uh, Danny believes that Wizard disrespected his daughter, and you'll hear him immediately disclaim that. This is entirely in Spanish, so for the Spanish speaking, los paisanos y los mexicanos y los demás que hablan español es en puro español. Pero vamos a poner subtítulos en inglés. For those of you who can't do not understand Spanish, we're going to put English subtitles there so you can get the gist of what's going on. And they talk about a whole lot more about respect to family members and what he did and what he said, what Wizard said to Vianna. I'm going to run that call now, and I'll come back and we'll touch up on this issue.
Hello?
You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Jose.
an inmate at a federal prison. This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. Hang up to decline the call or to accept. Dial 5 now. If you wish to block any...
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Tell we got Richie calling us.
What's up?
Hello?
Julie.
Will?
Oh, what's up, Pop?
Hey, mucho gusto. No, this is Wicked and Wicked and Duke from Avenue. We're going to send it to him right now.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
All right. Julie.
¿Qué tal, loco?
Julie.
Julie?
¿Qué andas haciendo?
Hey,
What's up, Pop?
if I stop talking, what's up?
Ya, no te preocupes, ya sé. Acá igualmente, nomás, sin nombres. What you been up? How you doing, man? ¿Cómo
Ya
estás
poco a
ahí?
poco me estoy acostumbrando a estar acá afuera, ¿sabes?
No, pues está canijo, loco, te digo, te bombardean con todo, you know. Que que el otro, que aquella, que Juanita, que Manganita, no, hombre, es un desmadre, loco, imagínate. Casi por 1 año y medio lidiando con esas mismas chingaderas, mi güey, you know me.
No.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you something real quick, okay? Real quick. Se me va a colgar, mi güey, no necesito que se me cuelgue esa madre, ahí deja esa madre a la verga ahorita. Hey, real quick, nomás, hey, usted sabe, tú sabes muy bien que yo nunca he cambiado, canijo, nunca, mi güey, ¿qué pues? Me agüita que en veces cuestiones algo de mi parte cuando sabes que yo nunca he cambiado con usted.
Hey, yo sé eso, la cosa es que algunas de estas viejas se meten en medio de todo y confunden a todos, ¿sabes?
Y confunden a todos, mi güey, porque mira, te voy a decir una cosa sobre tu criatura. Lo único que yo le dije a ella cuando la vi es, ¿sabes qué? Le dije, mire, mija, no llore, no se preocupe, usted nomás haga caso a lo que le está diciendo la persona que la está representando, déjese de pendejadas, y su papá le mandó un chingo de abrazos, todo su amor, y él va a hacer todo lo posible para que usted esté con su familia otra vez. Total, fue todo. Ella comenzó con un resto de cosas a quererme bombardear. Le dije, yo no quiero saber nada de eso y usted no se meta en eso. A tu yerno, ¿sabes qué fue lo que le dije? Porque le dije, hey, ¿qué pasó con esto? Y él me dijo, oh, yo hice eso porque me dijo mi suegro. Y yo le dije, mira, te voy a decir una cosa. Yo hablé con tu suegro varias veces y él lo que me dijo fue esto. Yo no tengo nada que ver con la casa allí. Yo por eso tengo mi propia casa. A tu suegro no me lo andes metiendo ni te andes escondiendo atrás de él por pendejadas que tú asistes. Ya no andes haciendo eso, porque él no quiere que andes haciendo eso, y total. Y next thing you know, no sé qué te contaron allá, qué te dijeron, pero fue todo lo que le dije. Nada más, nunca más hablé de él, nunca pregunté de él, nada. Y no, pregunté una vez porque alguien me dijo que se enfermó de cáncer, ¿sí me entiendes? Y que algo le había pasado. Sí, yo dije, yo le mandé a preguntar a alguien, ¿es cierto que tiene cáncer y que está bien malo? Me dijeron, no, está bien. Y no, sí se puso un poco malo, pero está bien. Y fue todo.
No, pues apenas le regresó el cáncer.
¿Ah?
¿Sabes? Apenas le regresó el cáncer.
Oh, sí. Ya, pero
ya,
eso fue
lo
todo.
habían curado.
Oh, ok.
Lo habían curado.
You know, hey.
Sí.
Hey, y luego la otra cosa que te quería decir, ya ves el idiota este que andaba allí, que fue y que dijo, oh, no, todo lo de él ahora es mío. Yo fui el que me peleó con él. Yo fui el que le dije, ¿sabes qué? Déjale allí sus cosas en paz y no te vuelvas a meter allí. Yo fui, nadie más. Nadie. Yo fui el único.
Sí.
¿Sí me entiendes? Y todo el equipo legal andaban junto con él.
Cálmate.
Bueno. ¿Qué hule? Bueno. Hey.
No, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. It's fucking black that they constantly coming in, right?
Ya. Ya no hay pedo. ¿Qué te iba a
Right
decir?
here,
Ya, nomás ten cuidado con lo que dices. Ten cuidado, no hay problema, no, ten cuidado, you know. Hey, pero mira, just so you know, I just wanted to clear that up for you. Y cualquier persona que tú tienes allá afuera ahorita, pregúntale si no les ayudé en todo para que les regresaran las cosas a usted, por el cariño y el respeto que siempre le ha tenido y que usted me ha enseñado a mí. ¿Ok? Just remember that. Yo cualquier cosa siempre he estado allí, siempre. Y la gente me ha querido meter en chisme y esto en otro. Yo les digo, mira, al último se van a dar cuenta de todo. ¿Sí me entiendes? Lo mismo con mi señora, me la quisieron meter en unos chismes. Ya ves lo que estaba diciendo que si yo, lo que dijo la esposa de Güero, que si yo le había mandado a decir quién sabe qué, nunca le mandé a decir nada. Yo simplemente le dije...
la cosa es, mira, yo leí la letra que supuestamente tu esposa le escribió al Güero. Y ahí ella mismo dice, si fue ella, dice, dice mi marido, cuando te miras, it's on. And that's in the letter, I read it myself.
Sí, pero esa es la cosa. Pero esa, mira, eso you know.
Hold on. Hold on a minute. That's why as soon as I left the bay, I got at the attorney to get at you and let you know. It wasn't something that was chisme. I don't know if that's from her. Because Wells just showed me the letter, and he said it was from her. So all I can go by is that.
Ya.
¿Sabes?
Pero, mira, nomás para que sepas, yo nunca escribí, nomás no digas nombres, yo nunca escribí nada, ¿sí me entiendes? Ella le dijo al chavalo de él, y él le dijo a la esposa de Güero, y Güero le escribió a Güero lo que supuestamente dijo mi señora. Era la señora de él la que dijo eso, no la mía. Yo lo único que le dije es esto: yo no me voy a meter en asuntos de faldas o de viejas. Si la vieja de él y la vieja mía tienen un problema por un favor que le hicieron al abuelo de mi vieja, que ellas lo arreglen. Él siempre va a ser mi familia y yo siempre voy a ser su familia. So, cualquier cosa que él necesite, que nomás me avise. Fue todo lo que yo les dije. Y yo le dije, yo le creo a mi señora lo que me dice hasta tal punto. Pero si ella está incorrecta o hace algo mal o le falta el respeto a uno de ustedes, créanme que yo la voy a poner en su lugar. Es lo único que yo he dicho.
Mira.
Nada más.
Mira.
Sí.
Cuando yo bajé para acá abajo,
sí,
me enteré que tu señora nunca le bajó los $8,000. Fue el chavo de Papers que hizo eso.
Yo sé todo eso, pero mira, el abogado... Ya.
En un ratito te hablo. Van a caminar ahorita.
¿Van a caminar ahorita? Hey, ok. A ver, si no estoy aquí es que se colgó y luego te hablo mañana o pasado otra vez, ¿ok? A la misma hora. Hey. Bueno. Bueno.
Sí.
Hey, ya se acabó la llamada.
Muy
Le
bien.
llamo mañana a la misma hora, ¿ok?
¿Mañana a la misma hora?
Sí, mañana, porque nomás puedo hacer unas cosas. Ok, a la misma hora te llamo mañana. ¿Sí?
Okay, there you have it, folks. That was Wizard and Popeye. Wizard's really cleaning up. The first thing is about Vianna. He tells him that exactly what he told her, not to cry, that he's got her, blah, 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 right? He's telling Danny that he didn't disrespect her, right? That he's just supporting her. And then he tells Vianna that he didn't want anything to do with all the other issues, just that one specific thing, right? And then he specifically talks about Danny Roman's son-in-law. That's Bobby Soto, right? And he tells him, don't be hiding behind your father-in-law about the mistakes you made, right? And he says specifically he doesn't want anything to do with any of that business that has to do with Popeye. He has his own house, and Popeye has his own house. Also, in this call, he tells Popeye that they speak about a carnal that went over there and says that whatever was Popeye's is his now. And that could have been one of three people. It could have been Perico Rocha, who was doing that at the time. It could have been Mike Delia, who was also sticking his beak everywhere. Or it could have been Cisco, who was Perico's partner. I strongly believe it was probably Perico Rocha, but I'm not certain on that, so don't quote me. I know the person that will know this is Luis Hernandez, our in-house expert, and he'll probably clarify on this call. And then a wizard wants Popeye to know, hey, I'm the only person that went over there and told those guys, this is yours, and what's yours is yours, and nobody's going to take it. And Wizard's obviously attempting to impress Popeye, but Popeye seems nonplussed, right? He's not impressed. He's just, okay, well, let's talk about this thing with Wedo's wife. Where Wedo's wife, he saw a letter that says that Wedo said that when it's on, when he sees him, it's on. In other words, they're going to take off on Popeye, right? This could have been Wedo Verde. I believe it may have been Wedo Verde. I could be mistaken. It could also be Wedo Caballo. It definitely wasn't Wedo Shy, because Wedo Shy doesn't speak like that, and his wife Bunny never wrote letters like that. And I would only know Wedo Verde's wife to be involved in mafia business to that level. So I'm making a educated guess to say it was Wedo Verde's wife, right? And then they talk about some money that was supposed to be paid back, which was $8,000, and then it wasn't a wizard's wife that paid the money, but Chavo from Baker's. That's Raymond Perez, a deceased Mexican Mafia member, that paid the money that was owed to Popeye. So there you have it, folks. This is a call that transpired between Popeye Roman and Wizard from Florencia. Most importantly, this is about not Popeye and not Wizard, but about Vianna Roman and her managerial skills. We talk about women involved in Mexican Mafia business. This is one of the reasons why the Mexican Mafia pulled back on having women directly involved in organizational affairs. One of the many reasons, right? Because there were many women involved. She wasn't the sole person involved in Mexican Mafia business. But since that time, again, she's legitimized. She did her time. Her debt is paid. She's living an honorable life and it became an entrepreneur. I strongly suggest you guys go check out her TikTok and Instagram page, Mexican V, on Instagram and TikTok, I believe. And we'll post those links up here for you to go check out. Some pretty interesting stuff. A lot of tributes to her father. Many tributes to her father, including gravesite visits, drawings, pictures, phone calls, you name it. She has it. And it's a great tribute to Danny, because he's going to live on in the history of Harpies and the Mexican Mafia forever as one of the true carnales who elected to go out on his shield. With that said, folks, that's a wrap-up of Operation Roman Empire. Hope you enjoyed the piece. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment. And as always, hype the video. Hype, hype, hype. Peace out, folks.
This is Enriquez. Nickname Boots.